Hello guys, good morning. So we are again back with an enthusiastic and sparkling Sunday. So before we start, I would like to tell you more about Skill Edge. So we are an edtech platform where we are providing all of our students, all of our clients with the actual and perfect scenarios, okay, that can help them to get the right career and start their career into analytics, into data science, and all those streams. And it is really appreciable to work with such parts. Okay. And when it comes to industry, you should be in such like you will be placed in such projects where the projects become more challenging. So there are students has already shown to the industry that they are really working hard and they have really worked hard and acquired those concepts clearly. So it not only help you to get a placement, it will definitely help you in your job life too. Okay. Skill Edge is a platform. Okay. It's an ad tech platform where we have a program called Play and Learn. Now, where you will pay after you get the learning, after you get the placement. Okay. This is how we have built our platform. So we have excellent level of faculties with us who are working with us, who are helping us to deliver the right things. And we are very much confident on this. We are very much confident on this, how we can take you to our course and deliver you in the right manner to the industries. So that was all about Skill Edge. Now moving towards the statistics, basic of statistics in data analytics. So whenever we move towards this term statistics, it becomes quite okay. It's going to be too much mathematical and it is going to be too much technical, right? But no, don't like first I would ask you to don't take statistics as a more mathematical or more complicated or technical part. It is pretty simple to understand. Just understand the terminologies perfectly. That is the first point I would like to address. Okay. So the first point which I like to make over the statistics part is keep it simple, student. Okay. So this is known as KISS principle. Okay. This is known as KISS principle. Okay. So what does this suggest? Okay. Understand the things clearly. Okay. Ask question, visualize things. Okay. Understand the things clearly. Okay. Have clarity whenever you are moving with such points. Second step, ask questions whenever wherever you are stuck. Okay. Keep asking question to yourself. Okay. Keep asking question, why did that happen? What is the reason for this? Okay. Then simpler note. Okay. Simpler note, you can Google or you can move to YouTube, but that is going to be time consuming, right? So you need some mentor, you need some guide to work upon it. So we are there as an helping hand to you all, right? Then once you have all the answers or you are unable to identify the questions, then you need to visualize those questions. You need to visualize some data. Then only you will be able to identify it. Okay. Next stage, solution building. Next stage is solution building. Okay. So what we are going to do in solution building, let's check. Whatever question comes to your mind. Okay. Whatever question comes to your mind, like Sir, I want to understand what is mean. Okay, what is mean? It's really simple to understand. Yes, it is really simple to understand. But what we will think, oh my God, mean. It is a technical term. It is a technical term. But we know what does that mean means? Sir, adding all the elements, okay, mean of list A, mean of list A, right? So what is your list? A is a list of 1, 3, 5, 4, right? Now what will be the mean for this? Mean for this is going to be A equal to 1 plus 3 plus 5, 5 plus 4, right? How much it is? 4, 4, 8, it's 17, right? No, 10, 13, 13 it is, right? Now 13 divided by, we want what we want? We want mean. 13 divided by 4. By 4? Number of elements, okay? Number of elements. So how many elements are there? 4, right? Now what it will be? What it will be? 3.25, right? So this is how we move with the statistic part. Sir, mean, it is very easy to understand and easy to grab. But what if we have some difficult terms like population, like sample? What are this and how they are related to your statistics? Okay, so let's understand and let's move towards such points. Population and sample. Okay, population and sample. So what population says? Population says and what sample says. Okay, let's see this first. Now, so if someone asks you to get the data, okay, to get the data, how many students enroll all over the India for science? How many students enroll from all over the India into commerce? And how many students enroll for arts from entire India? Okay, we want to have this data. So what is going to be your next step? What is going to be your next step? सर मेरे को बेसिकली क्या चाहिए? सर मेरे को चाहिए कि मेरे को ये पता करना है साइंस में कितने लोग एडमिट हो रहे हैं, कॉमर्स में कितने लोग एडमिट हो रहे हैं और आर्ट्स में कितने लोग एडमिट हो रहे हैं एंटायर इंडिया से, राइट? नाउ हियर योर स्टैटिस्टिक्स विल हेल्प यू. ओके, सो अब आप क्या करोगे? यू विल मूव टू ईच एंड एवरी सिटी, ईच एंड एवरी विलेज, try to get all the data. How many students in your college from commerce? How many students in your college are from arts? How many students are from your college into science? You will get all the data from each and every city. But that is a very tedious job. Yes, and it is so much time consuming and it is very much costful. Okay, full of cost, and it is going to take more than expected hours. So in such cases, what we are going to move ahead with, here your statistics will come into picture. Here your statistics will come into picture. Now, instead of taking the entire population, or the entire data points, we are just going to move with your sample data points. Sir, what are the sample data points? So we will select randomly. Okay, randomly we will select 5 cities: Delhi, Nagpur, Kolkata, Jaipur, Manipur. Okay, so we will select randomly 5 cities, okay, from each region. Now in all those cities we will do this survey. How many students from commerce, how many students from your arts, how many students from your science, right? We will do this survey in all the 5 cities. Now, okay, Now, based on those survey, we will decide. Okay, we will decide the entire population data points. Okay, then we will decide the entire population data points. So मान लो 5 सिटी से हमको समझ में आया कि कॉमर्स में 400 स्टूडेंट्स गए फ्रॉम ऑल 5 सिटीज, आर्ट्स में 100 स्टूडेंट्स गए, इन साइंस में we have 700 students. Now with this data we will check what is the population of India, those like in 10 standard. Okay, so after 10 then only they will distribute it into this, right? So what will be the total population size? Total population size is 10,000, okay, or 12,000 or 12 lakh. Okay, let's make it 12 lakh. So now we can decide 4 lakh student will move to commerce, 1 lakh will move to arts, 7 lakh will move to science, right? So based on this value, we can do this. But now, okay, so this is how your sampling will help you. This is how your sampling will help you. So we got a very easy way to do this, right? With the help of statistics. So rather than हम पूरे हर एक सिटी में जाके, हर एक गांव में जाके डेटा एक्वायर करें, अब हम रैंडमली 5 सिटीज में जाके वी कैन एक्वायर दैट डेटा, और उसी डेटा के अकॉर्डिंग हम फाइनल हमारा रिजल्ट बिल्ड कर सकते हैं. ओके, नाउ सिलेक्टिंग दिस सिटीज रैंडमली, selecting these samples randomly are known as random sampling. Okay, selecting these cities randomly are known as random sampling. Okay, okay sir. Now sir, one more point, what it is? Sir, still that sample is not clear. In population is the entire data points. Okay, population will be your entire data points. Okay, or the data points required for your study. Okay, for building an analysis we need data, right? So population is that entire data. Population is that entire data. You know what entire data is? From each cities, each college, how many students, right? So that will be your entire data. Now sample data is from that population some part from your sample data. Okay, or subset of your sample data. Okay, थोड़ा सा हिस्सा population का, उसको क्या बोला जाता है? Sample data. Okay, now based on this sample data हम entire population का क्या कर रहे हैं? Result put कर रहे हैं. Based on this sample data we are putting the entire data. Okay, and in analysis of the entire data. Okay, now so sir sample तो clear हो गया, छोटा सा data. Okay, population का, that is sample data. Okay sir, how to select this sample data? So there are 2-3 techniques. Okay, there are many, but 2-3 commonly used. Random sampling. Random sampling means selecting random data points. Okay, randomly हमने 5 cities select की थी. So that are your random samplings. Okay, now selecting one city from each region. So from east region 1 city, from west region 2 city, from north region 1 city, from south region 1 city. So that is known as stratified sampling. Okay, now it is more balanced. Stratified sampling is more balanced. So now we are taking each region into consideration. Okay, next. So based on this sampling, we are building our solution. We are building our analysis, right? Now, hypothesis. Oh my God, hypothesis testing. Sir, word itself is so hypothetical, so heavy to understand. I am unable to understand it. Okay, what hypothesis means? Guess, speculation. What hypothesis means? Guess, speculation. So we have to test our speculation. What we are speculating over here? हम यहाँ पे क्या guess कर रहे हैं कि सर जो ये cities है, जो ये assumption, हम क्या assumption कर रहे हैं? सर ये जो 5 cities है ये पूरे इंडिया को represent कर रही है. ये जो 5 सिटीज है, ये जो 4 सिटीज है, पूरे इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट कर रही है. इज इट लाइक दैट? नो सर, नो. 5 सिटीज नहीं कर पा रही है, राइट? तो 2 लोग हैं. ओके, 2 लोग होते हैं हाइपोथेसिस टेस्टिंग में, राइट? सो व्हाट वी वांट टू चेक, हमने जो अज्यूम किया है, इज इट राइट और नो? ओके, इज इट राइट और नॉट? सो दैट वी हैव टू चेक. In our hypothesis testing, we will try to verify this. Okay, how we are going to verify this? Let's check. Now we are going to check. Now we are going to check your hypothesis testing. So in hypothesis testing, we have 2 elements. Let's check them. Hypothesis testing. So in hypothesis testing, we have 2 things: null hypothesis, alternative hypothesis. Okay, so what is null hypothesis? What is alternative hypothesis? Null hypothesis says that before moving to null hypothesis, first you need to accept one point. Okay, so there are 2 points. Either you accept this, that yes, whatever sample we have selected, it is actually representing. Okay, it is actually representing the entire India's population. Okay, in that case, we will keep that part in the null hypothesis. Our sample data, our sample data is a perfect fit. Our sample data is a perfect fit to the population. Our sample data is a perfect fit to the population. Next, in alternative hypothesis, whatever we will keep in null hypothesis, opposite or the alternative of it will be in the alternate hypothesis. Okay, what it is going to be? Our samples are not the correct fit to the population. Okay, now we have hypothesis testing, alternative null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. So in null hypothesis, what we have kept, whatever sample data we have taken, that is a perfect fit to the population. Okay, and what is the other alternative we have taken? Our samples are not the correct fit of the population. जो हमारे samples है वो correct fit नहीं है population के. Okay, now just check this part. Just check this part. What it suggests? What it suggests? Now we will have multiple techniques, multiple tests, chi square test, okay, chi test, t test, SE test, okay, or your F test. There are multiple sets of tests by which we will be able to decide. We will be able to decide, is our null hypothesis is acceptable or is our alternate hypothesis is rejectable. Okay, so हम दोनों केस में हम क्या देख रहे हैं, क्या हमारे अल्टरनेटिव हाइपोथेसिस को हम रिजेक्ट कर सकते हैं या अप्रूव कर सकते हैं, या फिर हमारे नल हाइपोथेसिस को हम एक्सेप्ट कर सकते हैं, अप्रूव कर सकते हैं. ओके, सो वी विल मूव विद दिस वे. ओके, so this is how the complex statistical part work. Okay, and this was your complex part. Okay, now let's take this way. Okay, we have our data with us, right? We have our data with us, right? So you can see, you can easily see that this data is slightly shifted. Okay, let's Okay. So this is your Gaussian data. This is your Gaussian data. Okay. Gaussian data, what it suggests basically, Gaussian data is how like your data is being distributed into normal form. Your data is distributed into normal form, which means both the sides are symmetrical. From your mean position, from your median position, both the sides are identical. So if you have 5 elements this side, you will have 5 elements this side. If you have 10 elements one side, you will have next 10 elements one side. So that is your Gaussian or perfectly distributed data or normally distributed data. Now here you can see in this way. Can you not see that data is being trapped in this part, and rest all is just a very nominal amount of data is there. So this is around 20% of data, and this is almost 80% of data, right? Right. So in such cases, can we say that data is not being distributed properly? मतलब data properly distribute नहीं हुआ है हर category के according. So in such cases, there are two possibilities. There are two possibilities. Either it is right skewed, either it is left skewed. Sir, what is right skewed? What is left skewed? Okay. When we have a tail, when we have a tail on right side, then it is known as right skewed data. Then it is known as right skewed data. So if we have tail on the left side, okay, if we have tail on the left side, it is known as left skewed data. Left skewed data. Is that clear? Is that clear? Perfect. Sir, okay, so this is just the problem. Okay, now how to tackle this problem, how to solve this problem? Okay, so how to tackle this problem, how to tackle this? For this, what you have to do is you have to normalize this data. You have to normalize that data. So what will happen if we normalize this data? So your mean, okay, your mean will get translated. Your mean will get translated. Okay, your mean will get translated. And due to this translation, you can see your data will be in the normal form. Your data will be in the normal form. Is that clear? Perfect. Perfect. Sir, what are the ways to normalize this? Either you can add log, either you can add exponential, either you can square that graph. So that will distribute your values within a specific range. Okay. Now moving to the next part. Okay. Let's see what next part is. Next part is your data. Okay. What are the different types of data you have in the statistical domain? In the statistical domain, what are the different types of data you have? Types of data. Types of data we have. First, we have first part in the qualitative side. In the qualitative side, we have two things. First, nominal data. Second, ordinal data. That is your on the on the quantitative data side. On the quantitative data side, we have your interval, and here we have ratio. Okay. Sir, what are these data types? Why we use such data types? So qualitative data and quantitative data. Your qualitative data is basically your your continuous values, okay. So under which we have nominal and ordinal. So what do you mean by nominal? Nominal basically suggests, okay, finite number of values which are continuously flowing. Finite number of values which are continuously flowing. And what are ordinal values? Ordinal values are your discrete values which are continuously flowing. Okay. Ordinal values are which are discrete values which are continuously flowing. Okay. So this is how we have qualitative data. Sir, examples. Okay. So here you can take it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sequential data. So that will come under your nominal data. Ordinal data means 1, 3, 4, 7, 8. There is no sequence attached to it. So that is your ordinal data. Now moving towards the quantitative data. So what is quantitative data? Quantitative data are of two types. Quantitative data are you can consider as categorical data. You can consider quantitative data as your categorical data. So what you will do in your categorical data? Categorical data are of two types, interval and ratio. Inside interval, okay, inside interval, we will have like now age is your continuous data or qualitative data, right? So where we have age will be in range 0 to 100. So there, what you will do, you will keep your age, keep your interval from range 0 to 10 as 1, 10 to 20 as 2, 20 to 30 as 3, 30 to 40 as 4. Similarly, you will distribute in the equal interval. You will distribute that data in the equal interval. So that is your categorical data. You're converting your numerical or continuous data into categorical data in the form of interval. Now ratio. Now moving to ratio. So 0 to 16 years, teenage. 16 to 28, mid-age. 28 to 40, second mid-age. 40 to 40 onwards, senior, right? So this is how we are dividing based on ratio. So these are the different types of data types of statistics. Okay, sir, clear. Now, so statistics are the backbone of your data analytics. Why it is? Okay, because with the help of simple statistical steps or with the help of simple mathematical steps, we will be able to identify things clearly and perfectly. Okay. So here we go. So here we have data 1, data 2, and data 3, right? Here we have data 1, data 2, and data 3, right? Now, if at all this value is missing, this value is missing, this value is missing, right? Now what we will do? Sir, we will fill this value. What are the ways of filling this? Sir, we can fill with any random number. We can fill this with either mean, either we can fill this with a median, either we can fill this with your mode value. Okay. What is the more even better step? Even better step to move on this. In that case, we have this. We will check the distribution of your data. We will check the distribution of your data. Okay. So now we will find this is your actual data, this is how it looks like, right? Now you have some missing values, right? You have some missing values. So what you will do, you will fill this gap with that missing values. You will fill that gap with that missing values. Okay. We are just filling that gap with that missing values. Okay. And this is how we are moving ahead and understanding and understand this part. Okay. This is how we understand this part. So this is one of the approaches how statistics can help you in this part. If you want to learn more such interesting parts in the statistic part, if you want to grab the all about analytics, all about statistics, how you can take that statistic to the analytics level and understand the actual importance of it, how it is implementable over the industrial problems, you can join Skill Edge and enhance your knowledge, as well as you can come to our pay after placement program, where you will get job first, understand the skills, then you have to pay. Okay. So that's all about our Skill Edge and all about our team. Thank you for being with us. Stay tuned for the next video coming soon next week. All the best, guys. Thank